The best way you can support me is with a simple subscribe. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this. All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, this is a busy day. Yo, this is a lot for me to try to keep up with. All right, man. So for those who don't know who this guy is, goes by the name of Liangelo Ball. All right, if you do not know Liangelo Ball, how can I break him down? He's part of the Big Baller brand. So there are 3 brothers in the Ball family, all right? You obviously know Lonzo Ball. I believe the common person knows Lonzo Ball. You probably don't know Liangelo. There's a better chance you know the youngest son, LaMelo. You obviously know LeVar Ball. You know walking LeVar Ball. This is probably the son that you know the least, though. You hear a lot about LaMelo being taken out of high school and all that. Well, this is the son that is actually hitting UCLA this year, right? He's the son that's actually going to be starting the season. He was supposed to start Friday. All right. He's not, just to put it in context, nowhere close to the basketball player Lonzo Ball is. Like, he won't be a one and done guy. If he leaves for the league next year, which his father said he will do, he won't be a top first round pick. As a matter of fact, I was told he's not even starting for UCLA right now. That's what I was told. So he won't be Lonzo. Lonzo was a starter right out of the gate. You knew Lonzo was special, a special type of athlete. This one is going to take some work. And again, his body and his game, maybe he gets to an NBA level. Trust me, I've watched a lot of basketball in my life. I did a lot of scouting. I worked at ESPN. He doesn't have the NBA feel to me. Now, maybe y'all Big Baller brand and just the hype of Lonzo, and maybe they want teams out there willing. If Lonzo exceeds expectations in the league this year, maybe there's a team out there that just wants to take a chance on him, kind of like how a lot of people wanted their hands on Steph Curry, and he's turned into a really good basketball player just because his brother's Steph. Maybe you want that, but I'm telling you, this guy's a little bit taller, a little slower, a little more muscle on him. He's more of a 3. He won't be the guy that Lonzo is. He probably won't be as good as his younger brother, LaMelo. LaMelo be more of a scorer. He won't be as good as Lonzo, but he'd be better than Liangelo when it's all said and done, I believe, all right? Anyways, this brother then got caught up in some bullshit, all right? Let me tell y'all something. We all have a past. And what I'm not going to do, I think he's 18 years old. So I can call him a kid, right? I'm like 5 or 6 years older than him. This kid, we're all going to make mistakes. Let me just, before you become judgmental, let me take you back to when you were 17 or 18. Or kids, if you're growing up watching my YouTube and you're younger than 18, 12, 13 years old, you'll get to 18 one point, or heck, you'll start making this mistake soon. People make mistakes. Let me not make it seem like I'm above that. Trust me. This stuff hits home with me. He's been caught, him and 2 of his teammates. Obviously, the story is going to be about him because he's the guy that we know. And his dad is this big, flamboyant personality, boisterous personality, braggadocious, arrogant guy, LeVar. Him and 2 of his teammates have been caught stealing in China. So UCLA's in China for their first game. Is this the first game of the season? It might be an exhibition. It might be the official first game. Their first game is this Friday. They're out of town. They're out in the country in China. And to make a long story short, police came to the hotel where these guys were staying. 20 cops of police came. They're playing Georgia Tech. They had both teams kind of away from their coaches while they asked them questions. They've cleared everybody on Georgia Tech. Let's make that clear. And they got down to 3 guys, and one of those guys was Liangelo Ball. And they're claiming that Liangelo and these 2 teammates stole clothes out of a Louis Vuitton store that's next door to the hotel. Now, I can tell you this, as of 2 hours ago, it's in the middle of the night right now in China, right? It's like 2 or 3 in the morning right now in China. I can tell you, and when I shot this, so maybe I just got this up. It might be an hour since I shot this, by the way. So I can tell you this. Liangelo and the 2 teammates were still in custody of police. I don't know if they've been charged with anything like that yet. But if they can prove. Now, what is being said is the police were not playing with these boys. Like, this is not what it would have happened if you stole from Macy's in America or a Louis store in America. You probably got a tap on the hand, maybe got arrested, been out in less than 24, 48 hours, post your little bond or whatever. They take this much more serious in other countries, right? And they're in China. And right now, I don't know what area they're in China, but they're in China somewhere. And right now, well, what I do know is they told both of these teams, like, look, we not playing with y'all. Tell us what you know. And we ended up with these 3 guys arrested. Now, one would assume maybe all 3 of these guys admitted some sort of guilt. We don't know. I just don't think the Chinese police would randomly target these guys. It just doesn't seem like that's what they want to do. Now, I don't know what it is. People die. Like, they hang people for stealing in other countries. I don't know about specifically where they're at now. But people get their hands cut off. Yo, just because America is pretty lenient on stuff like that, other countries are not as lenient. We don't know what's going to happen. Again, right now they're at the point where they can't even, after Friday, we don't even know if they can come back into the States yet. So again, hopefully that gets worked out. Crazy thing is, LeVar Ball was on his way to see his son's first game in China. And I don't know, obviously he's probably going to still try to get over there and get his son home. You know, he's a caring father at the least. There is a question that obviously there's an elephant in the room. You can't talk about the other guys because I don't know their financial situations. But obviously the elephant in the room is, Liangelo, you're the brother of a starting point guard of the most famous team in professional basketball, the Los Angeles Lakers. What in the heck are you stealing out of Louis Vuitton for? I can just tell you this. When I was younger, I made mistakes. I might have had a job and I might have did something stupid even though I didn't have to. We make mistakes off peer pressure alone. Again, I'm not trying to say this brother's guilty for anything. I'm just saying, let's not be quick to judge because we've all been there, done it. That's never going to be me, man. I come from Memphis. I come from nothing. I ain't never going to be that guy that's going to start judging people for wrongdoing or anything. Anything I couldn't see myself doing. When you in the moment, when you with your friends, I don't know, maybe they just felt entitled to it because they are on the UCLA basketball team. Maybe they didn't feel the need to steal it. I find it hard to believe that these brothers thought it was going to be okay to steal and from a China store. I just find that hard to believe. And you in China, you trying to get that exclusive, by the way. Maybe they thought that they had paid. Maybe they tried to do something. I don't know. Maybe it was something else. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a payment didn't clear. Who knows? I can say this. I'm not going to judge these guys. Wish the best for Liangelo. I hope he learns his lesson from whatever him and his 2 teammates did. And I probably should say those 2 teammates' names because I don't want to feel like I'm just coming down on Liangelo Ball. If I said LaMelo, I meant Liangelo. So the other 2 teammates' names are Jalen Hill and Cody Riley. Again, these are 3 guys on the UCLA team. They will not play Friday, by the way. That's official. They've been ruled out by Coach Alford. And we will see what happens from there. Mr. Taliaferro TV, yo, come on, Liangelo. I don't know what you got your hands with, but your brother is in a nice position. You a big baller brand. Big baller brands can't be big ballers stealing. All right? Subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content like this. I'm out.
What's going on is yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro. And if you enjoyed this latest video, whether it's sports, hip-hop, or other culture-related activities, please subscribe to my channel right now. And if you want more from Taliaferro, you can always subscribe to the React channel for more of your latest reactions and music and sports highlights.